Good morning everybody, welcome back to another video from Double Pivot. I'm FPL veteran and I'm going to take you today on a running thoughts video. Do it every weekend. Granted, I'm not running now, I am walking, but I was running. I promise you I was running a minute ago. And yeah, basically I just chat. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much. Give a wee sub, give a wee like. And all I do on the running thoughts videos, I just basically all my thoughts come out while I'm running. So I thought, instead of writing them down, why not just do a video? Easier. So that's what we're going to do. A few things I want to cover today. Yes, we're still kind of in the middle of game week 2, but a lot's happened. A lot has happened. So first thing I want to cover is preconceptions. Then I'll talk a little bit of captaincy, because I'm annoyed with my captaincy. And yeah, and then we'll see how that affects FPL. So first thing is preconceptions, right? Pre-season matters. All these individuals are like, pre-season doesn't matter. It does matter. And it helps free us from our preconceptions from last season. And this is quite a big thing. I think you'd probably break it down to a bit of psychology. I'm no psychology major. But I think, you know, whatever we think was last year, your positions, they're probably going to be the same again. You know, especially the start of the season. And that's why, yeah, pre-season depends how many games you had or how much of your squad you had. Or, you know, like Chelsea didn't really have much of the squad, but did win Club World Cup. So it's a bit give and take. But to help us aid in this, me and FPL Nightmare, Andrew, big thank you. Actually, thank you very much. Came on the show yesterday. If you haven't seen it, I'll link at the end. Go and watch it. And basically, it's a new video I wanted to do called Difficulty Decoder. Cool little name, right? Catchy. And basically all we do is we go through and we'll talk the games and we'll update the games according to what we think it will be. So in terms of Aston Villa, how many goals they'll score, and it's got a sliding scale of goals 1 to 3 or 0 to 3. And the same with defending, conceding, and we update it. What it does, it gives you a star rating. So if you played FIFA, you know, 5 stars is the best team, like half a star is the worst team. And it will give you a rating, and what's really good about it is it gives you a different rating for attack and defence. So the reason I wanted to do this is when you go on the ticker and you try and have a look forward for transfers and you go, right, they've got 3 green fixtures in a row, right? I'm going to bring them in. Yes, okay, you know, especially if they're a promoted team, yeah, they're green. But depending how they're playing, depending what the players are like, I think the green gives a different perception. Green means go, doesn't it? It means yes. So when we see that, so for instance, Leeds, listen, all right, they got battered 5-0 yesterday. I'm not suggesting anyone did play any Leeds players yesterday, but in the first game against Everton, quite a few had Goodmanson. I had Goodmanson, I think up to the very end. Quite a few played him, well done if you did. And you got a clean sheet and you got some bonus. So, you know, I think we always have to detach attack and defence from a team and also how they've been playing. So that's what me and Andrew did. Went through each fixture and we updated it. And at first we thought, oh, I don't know. And the biggest one that stood out is Man City. Before me and Andrew updated it, it was 4.5 stars defence and 5 stars attack. It's Man City. Of course it is, right? Although I bet for me, 4.5 stars defence. I mean, yeah, against Wolves, they did play fairly well, but Wolves could have still got at them. Strand Larsen still had quite a few chances, so I wasn't convinced. Anyway, we updated it, and what do you know, it gave us 2.5 stars for each, I think, or 2.5 stars for attack and 2 stars for defence. I mean, at first we're like, that's quite severe. You know, that's quite severe. So anyway, that's by the by. So 2.5 stars, we thought, right, okay, maybe it's a bit too severe, the scale. As it went on and got closer, and I tweeted it out, have a wee look yesterday, and I looked at the squads and I thought, do you know what? Spurs packed that midfield out, right? And against City's midfield, City, fantastic attacking team, great attacking team, right? But in the middle, they've lost quite a bit in the middle. Now, for instance, you've got the 2 sitting midfielders. You've got Reinders, or he was supposed to be sitting. I know he does push forward, but he was supposed to be sitting with Nico. Now let's dissect that for a second. Nico, he's been in and out of the team. He hasn't settled yet. I don't think he's been very, very good. I don't even think he's been good. The same with Reinders. He's just started, right? He's just come at league. He's played one game. And he is very, very attacking. And like people said at the start, he doesn't defend. No dramas, right? I've got no dramas. And by the way, as an asset, I want him. I do want him. And I think for 5.5, 5.6, I think you have to have him. Because he's just so attacking. But, you know, so if we go by that deliberation, right, he's attacking, Nico's not settled, you've got no protection in front of your back four straight away. I looked at this, you know, in the middle they've got Sarr, they've got Bentancur, they've got quite a solid mid. And yes, that's probably maybe a little bit of damage limitation, but same with Paulinho, they can control it a lot better. And as it got closer and closer, I looked and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to change my 1-1. I thought it was going to be a draw 1-1, and I changed to 2-1. I still thought City would score at home, but nonetheless, it takes me back to the main point of preconceptions. You know, Spurs are a good team now, and defensive-wise, you have to change your concept on them. They are a really, really good defensive team, and you've seen it yesterday. Linked into City 2 attacking, they got a little bit overrun and didn't control it as well in the middle of the park. And look what happened. They got beat 2-0 at home. Now, did many people see that coming? No. But I think this links me to another thing as well, that sometimes you have to take the leap of faith. And if you think something's going to happen, then you go with it. You back yourself. All right? Because look what happened there. And it always takes an event or something like that to happen before anyone says, yeah, actually, maybe we could have seen that coming. So sometimes go with your gut, go with your instinct. And that's the reason why I played Porro. And he got 5 points. The annoying thing is that a lot of people had Palmer. He comes off the bench, and a lot of people are going to get a lot of bench jam from that, which is pretty frustrating, because I had the minerals to play him. I thought it was quite an upside, but hey, them's are the breaks, all right, in FPL. So if you played him, an extra special well done, because you had the minerals to play him. If you got him off your bench, well done, lucky you. Listen, that's how FPL works. When it goes for us, we love it. When we don't, we hate it. So yeah, I think, kind of summarising that, Tottenham are a very, very good team. He's changed them. The new manager has changed them, and we have to factor that in now. We have to. For me, I'm taking the first 3 game weeks, or the plan is to take the first 3 game weeks and wildcard at the international break, and have that, you know, from game week 3 to maybe, I don't know, 10, 12, something like that, or at least the core of the team. And at least then, by 3 games, we've got at least a bit of data for this season, and we can reapply them. So what I'll do throughout the season is maybe quarterly, or maybe a little bit more, I'll look back at my preconceptions and go, right, does this still apply? You know, because it's a season. Times will change, you'll have ups and downs, you'll have peaks and troughs, and you have to select the right players, obviously we all know, at the right time. So that's a City game. It was a good game though. It was a good game. I enjoyed it. On the next one, captaincy. Now the 3 o'clock kick-off. I mean, yesterday, by the way, anyone who captained Haaland, I get it, it's Haaland. Didn't play that good in the first game, but the early kick-off course, I don't like it. So that's why I went for the 3 o'clock game. Captaincy, I went for Watkins. Went for the striker against the team that we didn't think was that good. Now again, if I listen to myself a little bit more, okay, they have lost a lot. They've lost a hell of a lot. They've lost the manager, they've lost a lot of the backroom staff, they've lost one of your best players, they've lost their captain. So yeah, it was going to be a bit of a struggle. But I always said, they're fairly solid. They know, they're very well drilled. They're a half-decent team now, Brentford. It's not like they've just come up from the Championship and they need to settle. They've settled. They know the standard, and I think they've got so many leaders on the pitch, namely one being Collins, who, by the way, got an attacking turn yesterday. And yeah, he got his first win, manager, so well done at him. But more to the point, Brentford beat Villa and kept a clean sheet. Now you could say, Alright, Villa haven't been playing very well. They got the least XG in game week 1, granted against Newcastle, but yeah, they didn't play that well, but it doesn't matter. It's Brentford. People have tipped them to go down. They ain't going anywhere near down. Look at Leeds getting battered 5-0 at Arsenal. Look at West Ham getting battered 3-0, then 5-1 by Chelsea. You know, Brentford aren't going down. They've got so many leaders on the pitch. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be near the bottom. They'll be fine. That takes me back. If I listen to myself a little bit, Brentford are a half-decent team. They're better than what people think. I might not have went Watkins. Now, I still thought he'd score. I did. And I thought it'd be tight, but I thought they would have managed to break through. Especially Rodgers. I thought he could have picked that lock and got through. But, listen, he didn't. And I think the takeaway from this for me, I don't really like captaining a striker anymore. I don't. There will be times where we captain one. Yeah, Haaland against Leeds, or, you know, Gyökeres scored 2. I mean, that was probably the right choice yesterday, especially Havertz out against Leeds. But I thought he'd be a bit closer. But yeah, I reckon there'll be 5 times where I captain a striker now the rest of the season. You know, the extra points that you get from midfield is just too much. The alternative, I wanted Captain Bruno this weekend, and again, I should have went, but should go with that gut. I thought Watkins in the end would have paid off, but he didn't. But you know, the good thing about midfield is even if he blanks, he's got 3 points, which is, you know, 1, and then once you captain them, double more than you get as a striker if they blank. So then you get added DC points, which Bruno might get today, you know, especially a penalty taker. They got that added choice, so it does make a difference. And I think moving forward, this is an attacking season, isn't it? We have to attack this season. It's what me and Kieran were saying the other day, and Andrew. It's a hop on, hop off and attack, and I think that's what it's going to be moving forward, namely the midfielders. I think there's going to be a lot of in and out on there. Palmer, for one, he's gone. He's gone. And I seen a few tweets yesterday saying, oh yeah, you know, that's definitely how it played out, you know, 5-1 again if Palmer played. But those who captained him, massively unlucky, because he probably would have returned at least once. I mean, most people can say that, all right, it might not have worked out 5-1, but, you know, they would have probably scored a few. Palmer would have been involved. So if you captained him, it's really, really unfortunate. Hopefully I had a good vice-captain, because I've seen a few vice-captains that were not that good, to be honest. So hopefully I had a good vice-captain. That's why it's important. Always put your vice-captaincy on it. And yeah, I think for me he's gone. 10.5. He's out. Even if he had Leeds next, he'd be out. Unless he starts returning, then I'll start thinking about bringing him back in. But for now, he's gone. On that, I might be free hitting next week. We talked about attacking. Looked at the fixtures. You could maybe even argue for a wild card, an early wild card, but I do like the international break. A lot of injuries coming back, so you can set your team a bit better. But I'm really, really contemplating a free hit. It'll be quite differential, because there'll be a lot of players that aren't highly owned that want to be owned, because people don't want to make moves. So I'm really, really contemplating a free hit. But for now, Palmer. He's had a nightmare. And what were we thinking? I got dragged into it as well. You know, he had a good Club World Cup, but he's still not scored since what, January in the Prem? So yeah, pre-season matters and form matters. Another one on the Arsenal game. Massively unlucky. I seen General captained Saka, quite a few other. If he did, well done. And that's hugely unlucky, because 5-0, Saka scores, I think, for the second, and then he goes off. So you're a point down because he goes off early. No bonus, and he could have had so much more. And that's something I think we missed this season. We've done it again. The easy, straightforward decision in FPL usually pay off. Game week 1, Ekitike against a depleted Bournemouth. New number 9 for Liverpool. Why don't I have him? You know? Same with Richarlison. You know, Solanke, I mean, I think we had that. It was affecting a little bit, but battling for fitness. But yeah, some of the straightforward decisions are easiest. And Saka, yeah, I wouldn't change Palmer for Saka, but him. Them's the breaks. Sometimes it goes for us, sometimes it doesn't. On that, as just a general Premier League fan, I am gutted, absolutely gutted, that Saka is injured. Apparently it's a hamstring, so I think they're looking at maybe game week 4, game week 5. But yeah, he's just such a great player to watch. Great player to watch. And we forget he's still quite young. You know, it feels like he's been around for ages, but it'll be a big loss. People are starting thinking, oh, actually, you know what? Arsenal might be all right now. I think that now opens a gap for somebody who'll play on the other side. He might come over this side, but he might come on the right side, but he'll probably play on the left, is Eze. I can't wait to get Eze in. And I think he's going to come in for game week 3. And is he playing Liverpool? Yes, he is. However, what we like to do on our show, if you've not followed us, double pivot, go and watch us. We have a show every Wednesday, and what we do, it's a little bit different to other shows, is we do team matchups. All right? So yeah, we'll talk through our teams, what we're going to do, but also talk the team matchups, the critical points that's going to either decide the player to come in or come out of our team. Here's a point to note. Eze plays on the left. Liverpool right now is a right back. Who do they have? Bradley, still injured. Frimpong, he's still injured. So it's looking like, listen, they'll play Newcastle on Monday. I'm recording this on Sunday, so we'll see. But listen, a Soboslai against an Eze, that sounds pretty good to me. And even if they bring one of the young lads in, which would be good, give them a bit of game time, that's good, promote a bit of youth. But you're playing Eze, newly gone to Arsenal. He's going to be absolutely buzzing. That's a key point. And again, it's a hard fixture, but it's a key point of why I think Eze, for me, is going to come in my free hit next week. And that's what we do in the show. So if you don't, give it a like, give it a sub. Definitely come over and check us out. If the rest of the week is anything to go by, a game week, it'll be exciting. There'll be twists and turns. If you're one of those unfortunate people who have gone Frimpong to 8 Nuri, it's just not your season. And I'm just glad it's not me for once, because usually it is. But again, it's at the start of the season. So if you're right, I think I'm down like 5.5 mil just now, because the points are so close. I think Praz was saying he's not looking that he's ranked till game week 15. I get that. A key thing, don't look at your rank midweek through the game. Don't, especially the first, 4, 5, 6 game weeks, unless you're doing really, really well. Don't look midweek, because you've then locked that in your head in the bank. Oh, I'm definitely 85k. Yes, 85k for the week. You look, someone smashes it, and you go back and you're like 180k, and you're like, ah. So just wait to the end of the game week. Delayed gratification. Very, very good for you. So yeah, I think the fixture is moving forward, like you're saying. Don't know if Andrew can make it next week, but we'll definitely have a new guest. If you want to come along, you want to talk fixtures, 100%, come down. And hey, listen, maybe we'll even predict again an upset like the City Spurs game. With that, my team, yeah, it's not looking the best just now, but I've seen a lot of teams that look amazing and they aren't getting much. And that's why it was a key point we brought up in pre-season. This season's different. There's so much that can change. The bonus points, the extra points, the DC points, the bonus points system. You know, there's so much that is changing that we just have to be a little bit reactive. This season, a lot more. So even though we got more free transfers, I think they're going to be very, very critical and important. I'll have to be careful because this is the same spot as last week. Com will tell you that I slipped. So I'll take an extra step or two to come down. If we get down here, get down these steps, health and safety, railing and all that. We made it this time. So yeah, I think the key thing is don't worry about your rank, especially for the first wee while. It doesn't really matter until things level out. There's so many people that are probably riding the high just now that will probably go down, especially the team. If you've got a really good team just now and you're going to have it for the long haul, it probably doesn't work for the fixture. So yeah, just take it easy, just calm down, just relax. And yeah, just remember it is a game. I mean, it seems like more in a game quite often because you want all the points and we're never happy. If we got 20 for a captain, we'd be like, oh, it could have been more. It could have been more. So yeah, I think that's pretty much my running thoughts today. What running thoughts you've got, or walking thoughts, or just thoughts in general, place them down below. Push them on to us, we'll respond to you. And that's the best thing about FPL, I think. Yeah, we play the game to get a high rank, but we play to integrate and collaborate and talk and have fun and have banter. If you're not having so much banter just now, just think it's FPL. That's FPL for you. It's always going to be like that, and it's never going to be the best. So you might as well have a little bit of banter and don't take things too seriously sometimes. I mean, hey, I captain Watkins and I'm not taking it too seriously. I'm fine, honestly I'm fine. No, but listen, good luck for the rest of the game week. We'll see you on Wednesday for the pod. Do join us. We've been getting some absolutely fantastic watch videos. It's the most we've ever had. Really excited. Me and Kieran loving it. The live chats when we come in the videos are really good. And again, that's the main thing. That's the main thing that we love doing on the pod. Like we're saying, come back and we'll predict another upset, just like City Spurs. But in the meantime, look at that. That timing. That was perfect timing. Look at this. Right at the end of the video. In the meantime, have a fantastic weekend. Whatever you're doing, again, let me know below. See what you're doing. Running, you're out with the family, you're going for a walk, you're chilling. Maybe you're going kayaking. Who knows? Let us know. In the meantime, have a fantastic weekend. Hopefully you got some green arrows, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.